Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, we're going to talk about a very interesting and a very exciting project that could do a 10x to even 1000x because of its unique mechanism and approach. The project name is called Trusso. You can actually check out the website. I'll link it in the description. The token symbol is TRS and it is built on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, even though it does look like a meme token, it is not. And I'll explain exactly what it does, what makes it different from the other tokens. We're going to talk about the pre-sale, the tokenomics, the roadmap, etc. So make sure that you stick around. The reason that I see here, what makes this project stands out from the rest of the crypto project is because it connects something as tangible and old as real estate to something as new as blockchain. So it connects real estate with blockchain, and I'll explain how it does that. But before we dive any deeper, do note that this is not a financial or an investment advice. So always do your own investigation and research. Now let's get into it. First of all, we're going to talk about what exactly is Trusso. The simplest way to put the definition of Trusso is that it aims to connect real world real estate performance to digital token value. Now, of course, it doesn't explain a lot of the things, and that's why you're going to watch the rest of the video to understand what exactly do I mean here. The team behind this project believes that the biggest issue in crypto today is that most tokens don't have any real backing, which is very much true for the meme tokens especially. They rely purely on speculation, while on the other hand, if we talk about real estate, it is stable, but it is hard to access because it's very expensive. There's a huge barrier that you need to have this amount of money to be able to purchase a real estate and then profit off of it. So there's a huge gap there. And also it's really complicated. So Trusso bridges that gap. Every time a real property is bought, it is renovated, it is sold by the Trusso ecosystem, part of the actual profit from the sale goes towards buying back and burning the TRS token. That means that those tokens are permanently removed from circulation, which increases the scarcity of the token over time, because as the circulating supply is reduced, the value of the token is increased. And the other portion of that profit is reinvested into new real estate projects, which creates a cycle where real world performance fuels the blockchain ecosystem. Now, this is a model that they describe as the stone feeds the chain. Now, that phrase really sums up their vision, what they're going for. The idea that physical world success literally feeds digital scarcity. It is a deflationary system where real value drives digital value, and it's fully transparent and it is verifiable on the blockchain. Now, let's talk about how the mechanism actually works. Trusso smart contracts includes two main parts: the buyback and the burn model that we just discussed briefly, and they have a small deflationary fee on every transaction. So here's how it works step by step. First of all, Trusso uses its treasury funds from the pre-sale to buy real properties. Now, these could be residential or they can be commercial projects depending on the opportunity. Then the team renovates and sell those properties for a profit. Now, once the profit is realized, half of it is used to buy back and burn TRS tokens on the open market. Those burns are recorded on chain, so everyone can verify them. The other half of the profit is reinvested into new properties, which continues the cycle. And on top of that, every transaction within the Trusso ecosystem has a small 0.5% fee built into the smart contract. Now, that fee is automatically divided as follows. So we have 60% that is burned permanently. 30% goes to the treasury for operations, and it also is used for marketing, for audits, for future development. And we have 10% that goes into the liquidity pool to stabilize market activity. There's also a built-in deflation cap that ensures the system remains balanced. That means that no more than 50% of the total token supply can ever be burned. So the supply always decreases gradually, not all at once. The point here isn't to create passive income or dividends. It is to make the ecosystem self-sustaining and transparent. So the community benefits from the responsible tokenomics and not speculation. Now let's go over the token details. The name is Trusso, symbol is TRS, and it is built on the Binance Smart Chain using the BEP20 standard. The total supply is 100 billion tokens. It is a deflationary utility token that is designed to connect the success of real estate with the blockchain economy. The pre-sale is happening in multiple phases with a total of 15% of the total supply that is allocated for it. The price starts at just half a tenth of a cent in the early phase, and it gradually increases through the later rounds, which allows early supporters and community members to join at the foundation stage while supporting the project growth. Now, to give you guys a quick breakdown, phase 0 starts at 0.0005 USDT per token, mainly for whitelist and early supporters. Then we have the phase 1, in which the token will be priced at 0.01, which is almost twice the price from the phase 0. Phase 2 will be 0.0015, phase 3 will be 0.002, and the final phase 4, it ends at 0.0025 USDT per token before the exchange listings. Now you will notice that the phase 0 actually provides the best pricing, because right after that the price is doubled, which is not the mechanism that is followed afterwards. The allocations across these phases, they vary slightly. Early phases are smaller and they are more exclusive, while the middle phases cover wider market awareness and expansion. Each step of this pre-sale has a clear purpose, from community onboarding to ecosystem partnerships to exchange readiness. Now, the tokenomics model overall is built for transparency and sustainability. There's no promise of returns, no staking rewards, and no unrealistic yield systems. Instead, the project relies on measurable real-world performance. So every transaction, every burn, every reinvestment is traceable on chain. That's where Trusso stands apart from the rest of the projects that we have out there right now. So you're not just buying into hype, you're watching a transparent mechanism operate in real time. And another interesting thing is that Trusso is not just a token, it is built around a story and a community. The brand takes inspiration from the legendary Swiss Saint Bernard dog, which symbolizes trust, protection, and strength. Now, each TRS token represents those values. We have reliability in the future, meaning that the community will eventually be able to influence certain decisions through transparent on-chain voting. So holders won't just be passive participants. They'll have a say on how the project evolves. They may be able to decide where they invest, which real estate to buy, and so forth. And while it is inspired by real estate, it's not directly backed by physical assets, so it stays fully compliant as a utility token. It is not a security, it doesn't offer ownership rights, and it's not available in restricted regions like the United States, the European Union, or Switzerland. Instead, its focus is on creating a transparent, self-sustaining digital economy that is inspired by real-world innovation. And that brings us to their roadmap. The Trusso's roadmap is divided into 3 key phases. Phase 1 is all about the foundation, launching the website, building the community, and completing the smart contract audits through very well renowned firms like Certic. And they will be introducing the NFT teaser collection. Phase 2 focuses on expansion. So we're going to have marketing campaigns, paid promotions, community events, which will be both online and potentially in real life. This phase also includes partnerships for exchange listings. And then phase 3 is where the ecosystem growth happens. If we were going to have decentralized exchange listings and centralized exchange listings, we're going to have airdrops, community incentives, partnerships, and the rollout of the governance features. So it is designed to evolve step by step, focusing on transparency, measurable progress, and community participation rather than hype. You can notice that it's doing everything else than hype, just purely speculating on where the price is going to go ahead. It's not focusing on hype, not on speculation. It is actually building something. So there will be an actual value and not just hype. Another thing that sets Trusso apart is its discretionary buyback and burn mechanism. So beyond the automatic system tied to property sales, the team can also choose to conduct additional burns during certain milestones. These are not guaranteed or scheduled, but they will help maintain ecosystem balance and long-term scarcity when appropriate. All of this adds up to a project that combines real-world economics, blockchain transparency, and community storytelling in one ecosystem. Trusso even introduces the idea that they call a real profit token, which is a model where real economic profits from tangible activity are tied directly to a deflationary token model. Now, that is something completely new in crypto. It's not a meme coin, it's not a DeFi farm, it's not a staking token. It is something that tries to connect two worlds that haven't really been linked before. And if this model succeeds, it could represent a shift in how people view crypto utility, and we may be able to witness forks being formed from this project. So instead of tokens that rely purely on speculation, you will have digital assets connected to measurable real-world results. And that is a big idea. But of course, like any early stage project, Trusso's future depends on execution, transparency, and community engagement. And the team openly says that its community-driven ecosystem is inspired by real-world innovation, not a financial product. There's no guarantee of returns, no dividends, and no promises of profit. So everything depends on the success of the overall project and the community that supports it. And that is actually what makes it pretty interesting. It's all about building something real, something verifiable and transparent from the start. Now, to sum it up, Trusso is trying to do something unique. Use the profits from real estate to buy back and burn tokens, reducing supply, increasing scarcity, and linking physical performance to digital value. If you want to learn more about the project, you can check out their official website. You can check out the white paper for more details, and you will actually see the pre-sale widget in the first page, where you can actually participate in the pre-sale by either connecting your wallet or by using the card option. And you can also see the progress of the pre-sale, how much has been sold so far, how much USDT has been raised, which is going to be one of the parameters and metrics that you can use to establish how solid the project is. But you can definitely see that it is doing something different, and it is developing a very strong foundation and background to support the token no matter the market conditions, because eventually it won't be the market that this token will be riding on. It will be its own foundation that is going to develop through these, the real profits that it will generate from the real estate, and then it's going to invest those into other properties, and it's going to use portion of that to buy back and burn token to reduce the supply and eventually increasing scarcity and increasing the value of the token. So it's paving its own way to success, which is completely different from the rest of the projects that we see in crypto market. And for this very reason, I think this project truly has amazing potential, and the value of the token obviously has the potential to skyrocket. And right now we have the opportunity to participate in the pre-sale, in which we are going to get the discounted price. Of course, it's not a financial advice, so you have to make that decision based on your own violation. You have to do your own research, your own investigation, look through the website, look through the white paper and their Twitter and other pages, check out the community, and the rest will be obviously up to you. But I think this is something that we can capitalize on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I'll give you guys all the important links in the description, including their website. The pre-sale will be on the website as well, and their Twitter, so you can become part of their community and you can see what they're developing, and you can be notified of new updates. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video shortly, so stay tuned.